new?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Wardcast, your weekly source for video game news, machinima, and survival horror discussion, updates on the Ward, and more. I'm your host, Sean Clark, alongside Jazz Rich
Hello.
and Alec Funnel.
Hello.
Alec weighed 13, Alec eats paper, and was disappointed by the taste of the GameCube Paper Mario cover.
You're just like Alyssa from Clock Tower.
I eat paper. Bye.
So, yeah. Hello, everybody. I got some work done today. I got a couple updates on the podcast, implemented a new intro and a new countdown thingy, and I'm working on a couple other things that I want to add to the podcast. So progress is happening. But yeah, it's been a productive week. But enough of that. This week we got a lot to talk about, a lot of news. We missed last week, so we got kind of a double load of news to go through. But we're going to be talking about the limited run showcase, the June Nintendo Direct, the Resident Evil HD trilogy, and more. But before we get into all that, Jess, how was your week?
Hello.
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 I think Brandon asked you a question.
Brandon.
Hello.
Hello. Week was okay. I had a short week because we had a holiday Monday. And we had a long weekend, and we have another one this weekend. So yay, because it's Canada Day weekend.
Canada
So,
Day.
yeah. I also bought myself a mini air horn,
Oh,
so I don't need an air.
sound pad.
Yeah. My eye just went blurry there. Yeah. So that was the best but worst thing I could ever buy myself. So you're welcome, world. Yeah. My week was a little bit productive. A little bit, sort of. I got some stuff done. I mean, I watched mostly movies. I didn't watch a lot, but mostly like horror movies, whatever I could find that looked good. Or I kind of started going into like the bigger named, as I talked about it before. I started looking at like the bigger named horror movies that I've avoided because people made such a huge thing about them and they look like crap. So I was like, why are these movies so good but they look like shit? And I guess I was like, yeah, I'm good at judging them by the trailer because I watched Annabelle and I've yet to realize or see the part that was scary about like that movie. I don't know. I'm like this dumbass priest with taking the evil doll and just putting it in the back seat. I'm like, I would have fucking locked that shit up. Anyway, so I'm trying to watch the bigger name horror movies to give them a chance at least and know what people are talking about. I also watched Surrogates, which I fucking love. Never will get sick of that movie with Bruce Willis. It's a good movie. And I like the concept, especially now with like AI taking over the world. It's cool, like to think of like what it would be like if like how we're all locked. Well, actually, no, we saw it after 2020 and how people are acting and being stupid. It's how like we're all locked into our computers and then like we go out in the world and we don't know how to fucking act around other people. So that's exactly like that movie's really good. I played some games, but not a lot. But I did play a new game because I officially, I mean, I know we tried it on the podcast, but I told myself that's it. Like every week we're gonna play, even if it's a little bit. I'm gonna play a new game. I'm gonna try a new game. Yeah. So last week I tried a game that Sean had recommended to me and that I purchased physical.
Yay.
Off Amazon. I played The Chant and it's super fun.
Yeah.
It's good. It's got some spooks. It's not at all. Well, I didn't really know what to expect from it. I think I was thinking like along the lines of like Until Dawn, or for some reason I couldn't get the Quarry out of my head, even though I haven't played the Quarry. But I was thinking like it was a game like that. Like no, it's it's so I don't even know how to describe the game. Shayla asked me what it was like and I tried to describe it. I can't describe it, but it's so good.
I think the closest thing to compare it to would be Clock Tower. Like
Wait.
it's different, but it's kind of got elements.
I didn't know he was in my room. That's kind of just scared me there for a sec. Sorry, I was startled by Satan. Yeah, I haven't played Clock Tower, but that's cool that it has a comparison to a big title of like older video games. Yeah, no, it's really good. It has really cool mechanics in the sense that like you're not armed, like you can't just pick up pipes and shit from like the game and like use them as weapons. It's different. Like you have a different sort of way to like combat the enemies. So yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm not done yet, but I think I did a lot of progress so far in the like few days that I gave it. But other than that, I've just been playing the usual games that we've been playing, and that's pretty much what I've been doing. Work has been pretty stressful, so I haven't had like been feeling much like doing anything but just sitting down and playing games or watching stuff. I did do a little bit of work on Submachinimas, a little bit on the challenge, but not as much as I should or would like to. I've been like when I was in the mood to work on Machinima, I kind of worked on other stuff. So yeah, but nothing that I am ready to talk about yet. So
You got a whole week.
you got a whole week.
Wha-
But I got a long weekend, and I don't plan on going to the cottage. There's just too many people up there, and I'm not feeling that like social publicly, like in person, I guess. So, but there is a really cool air show. I know probably nobody that listens is in my area, but it's the 100th anniversary for the RCAF, so the Royal Canadian Air Force, and every year for Canada Day they do an air show with what they call the snowbirds. So it's like the jets, and this year it's going to be like a historical, like it's going to be like a super cool once in a lifetime like opportunity to see something really cool for the 100th year. So, and it passes by the river that's just here. So
By the river.
by the river. So I'm either gonna go to my mom's because she's on the 12th floor and she has like a balcony that looks right on the river, or I'm gonna go to the aviation museum and just sit there. But that's in the sun and that's outside, so I don't know. Maybe not. But I really want to see it because I like the Air Force and I like stuff like that. So I'm
That's
gonna
cool.
hear them because I don't know if you've ever heard Alex Mike, but it's gonna sound a little bit like that, except consistently.
Wow.
Well, when you got like motorcycles and shit passing by,
Yeah.
except there's gonna be like big jets, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty epic. Since we're behind on 1 week, I have 2 show and tells because I have a lot of show and tells, but I've compressed it to only 2 because 2 weeks. One of them is something I bought myself well, they're both something I bought myself. Let's be honest. I got myself the Die Hard complete screenplay. Yeah, it's this big.
Wow, it's so small.
Well, yeah, but it's just like a script mode. So
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Usually scripts are pretty damn big.
I mean, look at the size of the writing.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's it.
It's
Maybe the font's just really small.
And my camera, for some reason, is making it look bigger than it is because it's really small.
Should we watch Die Hard tomorrow? For the load on?
Maybe I might have something else we can watch, but I'll
Ooh.
see what you guys think when we get to my week.
Carry on, Jazz.
But eventually, yeah, I'm down to watch. I'm always down to watch Die Hard. Amazing.
So, well,
I need to watch the last couple that came out
Yeah.
because I've seen 1, 2, and 3, but I haven't seen any of the other ones.
Fucking
It's in
Chernobyl.
4.
Go to
It's in
fucking
5.
Chernobyl. You gotta
'Cause
watch
they're-
the one with Timothy Olyphant.
I don't want to hate them.
So maybe don't watch them. 'Cause I want you to hate them. We still gotta watch Tomb Raider too. So this is the one. This is they wrote this screenplay based off the book that it was based off of. So there's some things that are different from the movie. So because like obviously they made changes when they made the movie. So it's really cool to see like the initial idea of the screenplay. Like I know the changes. I'm like, that's not what he says. That's not. Oh, cool. He could have said this. So I like nerd out already. I got notes.
Wow.
So yeah,
Is there a test?
No, my mom did the test because I remember one Christmas I got it was a Die Hard like coloring book or trivia book or something, and it had like quotes, but it left blanks. And so my mom was just reading it, and like at the blank, I would just add like fill in the blanks, and my mom was like, "Really?" And then she'd continue, and I'd just keep filling in the blanks. So that was kind of my test. The other thing I bought, I found this at so the bookstores here, like well, probably there too. They have like the sections like computer and games, like self-help, blah blah blah. Like they have all these different sections, and the computer and game section is like all like macro, C++, like all these computer books, and then like a section maybe this big, sometimes a little bigger, of like video game books. And most of the time it's like big title, like they'll have the new Final Fantasy games, like the strategy books, like just Minecraft shit, Fortnite shit, and like big game, like they have a Diablo 4 book. They have like the just games that I don't really like want to buy stuff about. And very rarely, one time I remember, and I'm mad that I didn't buy it, but they had a Last of Us strategy book, and it came with a Firefly pendant, and I didn't buy it because I didn't have the money at the time. This was years back, like when the game came out. And then it was really, I've been trying to find it online. I was like, I could just buy a Firefly pendant for like $10 on Amazon. This time they had something that interests me. It's not a strategy book, but I found this. So the Ultimate 90s Retro Gaming Collection. And it's just like, it's not a thick book, but it's the 90s. So it's going to have all the good games, right? Obviously. Look at that.
Obviously.
Look at that. Bomberman and Boomerman.
We're talking about the basketball guy, right?
No, Bomberman and Boomerman.
Who's the guy with the skull?
Banjo Kazooie, I think.
Yeah,
Oh, I never played that.
I thought so. And there's like fucking Mortal Kombat just flying around.
It looks like he's kicking the Knight's character in the face.
I wish they had a poster in it though.
That's amazing.
It's really cool. Like it's got just all these, like it's got timelines. It's got like, it goes, I haven't gotten really through, I just skimmed it, but it makes me think of the old like magazines that you could buy. And I can't wait to like go through it and just see like what they talk about. But the fact that it has Bomberman and Lara, I was like, those are like two of my favorites. Yeah, so I was like, for once I have a video game thing, and it's the 90s video games. There won't be any Fortnite stuff. And look on the back, like it's got like Earthworm Jim. And
that's like that book is a
Sub-Zero.
testament to like the shitty state of video games right now, because like look at the cover, turn it around. You have all these iconic characters that came out of that generation. You got Lara Croft, fucking Bomberman, Sonic, Mario, like all these big things, even Mortal Kombat, like all of these came out of that era. Like out of this generation and the past couple of generations, like can you think of any new IPs, new characters that are going to stick around in like fucking 20 years from now? There's like
Squirrel
nothing
with a gun.
other than that. No,
Can we get
I'm
Aloy?
sorry, but she's gonna fade away.
Well, apparently Ellie, because she's gonna be in like 20 remakes of the same game. So but yeah, it is a strategy guide. It's a essential guide to gaming's raddest decade. Radical. So
Tubular name.
us having grown up, there's even a Birdo.
Oh God.
Look at her little Birdo shooting a fireball bigger than her mouth. So us having grown up in the 90s, I feel like this book is going to be awesome. And I had an idea where I could read it and then mail it to one of you, and then you guys, and we can like write notes for each other and then send it to the next one. And like this book can be like, you know, we're the 90s kids. Let's have it circle around. Get ready for a serious nostalgia hit. Well, then fuck you. You're not part of this. You want to complain? Then complain.
I like complaining. It's fun.
Weren't you born in the early 90s?
Yeah, 91.
Yeah, so you grew up in the 90s.
That's how that works.
I entered the 90s. I was 2, bro. So like, okay.
Oh, bitch.
I was born in 88. I grew up in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said my week was going to be short, but then I started talking about the 90s and Die Hard. So Alec, how was your probably not as long week?
Well,
Weeks.
yeah, weeks. I've done the mini machinima bit thingy, so that's done.
You
Sent
probably
it to
finished
Sean.
that
Must
like while
be
we were
nice.
finishing the
Yeah.
podcast.
I did also another thing for the Wardcast, so it's up to Sean if he wants to put it up. But yeah. I played some games. I played Lethal Company of Sean Jazz Shaler.
Did
I
we?
played.
Oh yeah, it's been 2 weeks. That's right.
Yeah. I played Among Us because I was like, I was in the mood to play Among Us, so I was like, alright, yeah, fine. I played PUBG. Then I was just like, alright, let's try and play some new to me games. So I played Police Simulator, Patrol Officers, and I did find that generally quite fun. So it's 2-player. Yeah, so if anyone else wants to download it, it's free on PSN and stuff like that. So
It's my dream job, so maybe.
Yeah. I also played new to me Callisto Protocol. So yeah, that was right.
Did you beat it?
No, I didn't beat it because I started to feel ill at that point. I was like, oh yeah, I tested positive for COVID, so yeah, symptoms. yeah, yeah.
Play that one? No.
I like that. It gets a lot of hate because it's always compared to Dead Space, which it rightfully should be. But I don't know if you go into it not like being aware of what it is and like who made it and stuff.
Having not played Dead Space.
Or yeah, I mean that helps too. But like as long as
Yeah.
you're not like in it to compare it to Dead Space and you just kind of like give it its own space to breathe, it's a pretty good
Dead
game. I
Space.
thought I liked it.
Yeah.
Is that? Did I play that one?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You're essentially this space crew person that crash lands on the moon and ends up getting thrown in prison because of reasons.
So it's not an old lady.
No.
No.
Okay, I didn't play that one.
Old lady.
I don't know. I played a game where you're an old lady and you come back and you're like, you've been there before. I don't fucking know. Anyway.
Oh, so
Return.
yeah,
Sorry.
I played that one as well. Then I got really sick of COVID, with COVID and all that, and it's just like,
COVID.
yeah. So my head is just being like foggy as shit. So I thought, I'm not in the mood to play anything. I'm just gonna watch people play something, So I watched people play Hello Neighbor 1 and 2. Yeah, what the fuck is that game?
I think it's children and stranger danger awareness.
But then it gets like you go into this house and then you go into another room and then it turns psychedelic and it's just like, what the fuck?
Psychodelic.
Yeah. Then I watched a walkthrough of Carrier, 2000 Dreamcast
Yes.
survival horror game.
That game is terrible, but I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The game is terrible.
I was watching this guy play and I'm just like, I'm so glad it's him playing it and not me because I'm like, nah. But
Oh,
yeah.
I
it was
like that stupid game.
Voice acting. I don't know whether that was just a trope for sort of survival horror games at the time, but Jesus fucking man. And then the
What are you
lip
talking
sync,
about? The voice acting is amazing.
He's finished his sentence, the character's still yeah. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed the story part of it, so yeah, I could see where it had potential to go off to another one, but they cancelled it. So yeah, I started watching Fear Effect, and I just like, do you know what? I'm gonna give this game another go. So next time I see Fear Effect, on my adventures, I'll pick it up and play it again. So I'll go into my show and tell as this brings on to other games that I played, and I have a Switch.
Yay!
What? You didn't have one yesterday. How did you get it so fast? You were talking about just getting the Oh, I tell
Yeah.
you.
So I picked it up about 10, 12 hours ago.
With COVID.
Yeah, because literally
Alec. You frustrate me so much.
I know. It's only a little bit of a flu. It's fine. You know.
It's only a little bit of COVID.
Yeah, it's fine. You know, the quickest way to get over it is spread it around. Anyway, I didn't even wear a
You're
mask.
thinking of peanut butter.
Anyway, so I've been playing this for a little bit. I needed to stop playing it so I can charge it and all that. But Lee has given me Mario Party games, so we can play Mario Party games after if you really wanted to.
Yeah. Finally, it's only been since Christmas.
So I got both the Mario Party games and a few other games. I ended up playing. I played both of them, so that's another new to me thing. So yeah, of course
But you couldn't wait for us to all play them together the first time. You have to have a one up on us.
It's fucking Mario Party. It's if you played.
I
one
haven't
game,
played
you
Mario
them all.
Party since I was like 12.
It's not
And you had the
difficult.
N64 where you had to do this, and then you have to burn a thumbstick.
Look, if it's going to enter a competition, who can do that the quickest? Then I'm sorry, I've won. Anyway, I played. What else?
Can you kick me out of? I'd like to leave now.
Anyway, so I got the Nintendo Online with the expansion pack. So
Wait. If we play, it's gonna be called Mario Wardy.
Yeah.
Can we Twitch the Switch?
Nope.
Twitch the Switch.
You can only use their fucking thing, and I don't know what it is.
I was trying to look up how to do the voice chat on the fucking Switch. And it's like,
But there's an opportunity for them to get a streaming thing called Nintendo Twitch, because that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll wrap it up. So I played Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario World, and I did download Wrestling Empire after watching so many people play it. I was like, I really want to play it, and it's on the Switch. So I was like, getting it. So I got it. So I'll hopefully play it tomorrow. But yeah, that's been my weeks. Sean, how was your weeks?
Spoiler alert, I didn't play anything. Well, I played Baldur's Gate 3, that's it. And I only played it for like a couple hours, and that's yeah. It's been busy with work and working on podcast stuff, so I didn't play the video games, but I need to do it like you said, Jazz. I need to like commit to playing at least one new game every week. Otherwise, I'm not going to play anything. But I watched a bunch of stuff. I watched a horror movie called Stop Motion, which was really, really weird. I saw A Quiet Place Day 1. It sucked.
Yeah, apparently those movies, people are saying like it's done, stop.
It should have been one movie, even though the second one I actually thought was really good too. But like, no, just you can't keep making that movie. It just doesn't work. But yeah, they should have stopped it too. But they didn't, and it was terrible. I saw Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse, which was awesome. I watched both Human Centipede 1 and 2, and I started 3, and I had forgot.
Never go ass to mouth.
I had seen the first one before. I forgot that I had seen it, so I rewatched that, and then I saw the second one. Have you seen any of these?
No.
The second one is so fucked up. Like, wow. It's weird. It's disturbing. I don't recommend watching it, honestly. The first one is kind of quirky and interesting. It's still gross and weird, but the second one makes the first one look very tame, and that's saying a lot. I saw Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. That was pretty good. Been watching Twilight Zone and Xena. So I watched a bunch of stuff.
Xena.
Xena.
Have you ever seen Cooties?
No, I want to though.
It's so
Elijah
good.
Wood's in that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see it.
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think I'll like it too. It looks cool. I think I watched other shit, but that's all I remember. And I saw a trailer for a movie that's basically Coilhead from Lethal Company. It's called Don't Look Away, and it's about a mannequin thing that like follows people around, and when they look away, it fucking kills them. It's Coilhead.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So I have to watch that immediately.
Yeah, I saw the trailer for that too. I was like, the first thing I thought was Coilhead.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly
Immediately.
what it is. Maybe we can do like a word along for that or something because I want to see it. But yeah, other than that, just been working on the podcast stuff. I finished the unboxing video. Ta-da! It happened. It only took me like fucking 3 years, but
Quickly, send him another box.
yeah, I have to make the shortened version, so the full video is just shy of 3 hours and 20 minutes, and that is with a lot of editing. So I need to make another pass at it, and I want to kind of cut that down into half, and then I'll chop that into like 3 or 4 parts so that it's more digestible. But yeah, if you guys want to watch the long version tomorrow, we could do that. It's up to you. Otherwise, I'm going to upload both versions next week.
Yeah, I'm up for it.
It was so much work. Oh my God. But yeah, that was my weeks. My show and tell is I'm going to show my balls.
It is so tiny.
Lee. Oh my cabbages! He's completed an unboxing video. Also, which one?
The first one.
It took years, so probably yours, Lee.
I still have 2 more to do, but progress, baby steps. This is my show and tell. It is my Resident Evil controller.
Wow.
Yeah, it makes me sad though because like I didn't know that this came out in PAL, in your region, Alec.
I have a region.
There's a English version of it, and I wish I would have got that one, but I didn't. So I have the Japanese version. But
Lee, look for it. Send it in another box.
it's a really cool controller. It's very weird, but this is it, and it's like
What the fuck?
the way it works is like you turn this thing right here to aim your gun, and then it has like a trigger, so you can shoot. It's super weird. But it's made specifically to play Resident Evil.
That'd be kind of cool. And
Have you tried playing Resident Evil with it?
I have not. I need
I think you should.
I don't know. I would imagine. I don't think peripherals are region specific, so I think I can use it on the US version. But yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
Do it.
Yeah, I bought that thing like a million years ago, and it's in super good condition. And it even comes with
Fuck off.
It comes with Resident Evil tea, and it comes with
Iris.
Memory card stickers. Remember memory cards? And it's
Oh,
even got like
nice.
the registration card and everything. It's got the manual.
Wait, you
And yeah, just
opened
like-
it?
It came open.
Oh,
If it was sealed, I would have never opened it.
gotcha.
But yeah, considering how old this fucking thing is, like it's in really, really good condition. I can't believe I've been able to keep it in such good shape all this time. But yeah, it's a really neato pants thing.
Neato pants.
But I only have one show and tell this week because I was busy doing other shit. And don't. No.
Punching stuff.
No. Yeah. So now we're going to get into the news. We have a shit ton of news to do. So strapple yourself in.
Well,
Alex a dick.
Wow.
Well, that was the rewritten version.
yeah.
Wow. What's the long version?
Alec is a dick.
Yeah. It's not apostrophe S.
Wow. All right, so first we're going to talk about the limited run game showcase. A lot of these I just kind of glossed over a little bit. I want to kind of blow through these relatively quickly so that we're not in the news for like 2 hours. But yeah, so there's a couple things we're going to talk about within the limited run showcase. We're not going to talk about everything that was announced, but we're going to talk about the things that I thought were worth highlighting. So first off, Beyond Good and Evil 20th anniversary was announced, and Limited Run will be handling the physical distribution. The 20th anniversary will include a new mission that reveals more of Jade, the protagonist's past, and offers new unlockable cosmetics, which is kind of cool to add essentially DLC to a 20-year-old game. It's kind of unusual. This new mission will also add more information linking it to the upcoming Beyond Good and Evil 2, if it ever comes out. Beyond Good and Evil 2 was announced about 16 years ago, so who knows if that's ever actually going to come out. But if it ever does see the light of day, there's a little bit more story to bridge the gap between the two, which is kind of neat. The 20th anniversary digital version is out now, so you can download it for, I think, $20 if you want to. And the physical release is going to be pre-orderable July 12th. I don't know how I feel about that. Have you guys played this at all?
I keep confusing
No.
Beyond Good and Evil with another game, but no, I haven't played that one. Although I think I looked into it, like I was kind of interested, but never got to it.
I think for me, it's one of those games that kind of got tainted by the expectations. Like the hype kind of killed it for me. Because like if I had heard nothing about it and I just picked it up and played it, I probably would have thought it was like a above average game and it was good and everything is fine. But it got so much hype, so much praise. Like everyone was like, oh, it's one of the best games ever. It's so good. The characters are great, blah, blah, blah. So like I went into it with that in the back of my mind and it just didn't live up to it by any stretch of the imagination. So I was kind of underwhelmed by it, but like it was fine. Like I'd like to have the 20th anniversary, but I just don't know why it got as much hype as it did. And then there's all this hype surrounding the second one as well. And I'm just like, why?
Was it
What's the big deal?
was it a PS1 or PS2 game?
PS2.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. I just can't remember what console it was on.
Yeah. But yeah. Also, Limited Run will be handling the North American distribution of Lollipop Chainsaw Repop. So pre-orders on that open July 26th. There is another physical edition that you can get now, or you can pre-order now through Play Asia, but it's the Japanese version. So if you want to get the US or the North American release, you have to get it through Limited Run. And finally, you mentioned Fear Effect, so this is kind of fitting. Fear Effect is also getting a physical release sometime next year through Limited Run.
Weird.
It's just, I don't understand. They keep doing all these collections, and this is the perfect opportunity to do a collection for Fear Effect where it's both games together, or even all three games. There's three of them. They could have put them all together in a collection, and they didn't. They're just doing one. So like no matter what they do, either they do one and then they do two later. Like that's really annoying and inconvenient, or they just do one and we never get two. Like it just seems like a weird way to do it. I was just kind of disappointed. But I like Fear Effect, so I'm glad that they're doing it. I just wish they would have done it a little bit differently. So, Alec, you've played Fear Effect, you just haven't beaten it. Is that?
I remember playing it years and years ago. Never got far on it. But it's only just, when I sat down and started watching it, I was like, okay, I might have to give it another go. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Jazz, did you play it at all? Have you even heard of it? I mean, I think we've talked about it a couple of times, but yeah.
That would be like the most I've heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty niche title, so not surprised that you haven't heard about it.
Niche.
What?
That is the word.
Oh boy. You make
No,
something
Alec.
looking so.
No.
Oh, Kojima.
Murder hard at work.
I knew it. I knew this wasn't going to go past Alec, but it's fine. Konami wants to work with Kojima on Metal Gear Solid again.
Of course
Current
they
Metal
do.
Gear Solid producer Noriaki Okamura has stated, quote, "I'd like nothing better than to work with Mr. Kojima and the rest of the team again. If that could happen, that would be the dream." However, he mentions that people have moved on and it's unlikely for this to occur, but it's interesting that he put that out into the universe. If for some reason Kojima wanted to go back to Metal Gear, the door's open. What do you think, Alec? I know
think
you're
it's
kind of
better
over
off.
Metal Gear, but if Kojima came back, would that reignite the flame for you, or is it just dead?
No, I was about to say, I think it's better just keep the door shut.
But even if they did like a brand spanking new one,
Why? What? What? What other questions is there left to fill in the fucking Metal Gear thing?
wow. I
They struggle to
mean,
do 5, so
well, I guess that's kind of the bigger reason why I'd be open to it is because like 5 was such a fucking mess. Like I feel like it wasn't a proper ending, because like we didn't really get the full story and like I don't know. I feel like it could have been a lot better than it ended up being because of the drama between Kojima and Konami. So like if he was just left to his own devices to make a game to kind of tie things up, I feel like that could be something interesting.
no.
I mean, it has to be better than what we got because that was a fucking shit show.
No, I'm good. Just
Wow.
put MGS4 back on and get it into Master Collection Volume 2 and I'm good. That's all I'm waiting for.
I'm sure it'll happen. Assassin's Creed is the next franchise to embrace remakes. Oh boy,
Yay.
more remakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot told players to, quote,
Sorry, Eve's what?
Guillemot. He said, quote, "Get excited for some remakes." Yeah, get excited, everybody.
Oh, sorry. Yay!
He was speaking about this in an interview in regards to the future of Assassin's Creed, and he mentioned that remakes are going to be a focus for the franchise. He did not go into details as to which games are going to be remade, but it's likely that they're going to be the ones that make the money dollars. So probably Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, maybe the first one. I feel like that wasn't one of the more popular ones, so they might skip over it, but I don't know. I'm good. I've been done with Assassin's Creed for a while. I'm okay with it dying. We don't need remakes. We can stop.
I would want to play Black Flag again. I don't need a remake to do that, but I tried to play it on the Xbox on the 360
Mhm.
once, and I glitched the game and I couldn't continue.
No.
I was having fun because I was like, well, I glitched it to the point where I was driving the ship and I was like, oh, I get to drive a ship in this. This is awesome. And then like the ship went like I was turning and the ship went like and then it just like flew into the mountain like that. And then my game just like
Wow.
went like and then the Xbox thing went like the game cannot load. And I was like
How do you manage to glitch games so much? I don't.
glitchy rich, glitch raider, what yeah.
It's her special ability.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I never played. I played a lot of Assassin's Creed. I played 1,
I love
2,
this thing by the way.
3,
No.
Revelations, the one on the PSP,
I have family.
the 2 on the PSP. I feel like there's a couple more. I played most of them, and then I just kind of got burnt out. So when 4 came out, I bought it when it came out, and I still haven't played it. I was there, like I went to GameStop the day it came out. I bought the collector's edition. I was excited. Never played it. So I don't need a remake. It's still there waiting for me to play it, and it's a whole brand new experience. I'm good.
Probably the better edition. Just by hearing.
Probably. They're probably going to ruin the remake. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Speaking of ruining things,
Yay!
Dead Rising is also getting a remaster / remake thing. This one's weird. So Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster kind of rides the line of both a remake and a remaster. Like it looks to be like a one-to-one reproduction of the original, but it's getting an entirely overhauled graphics engine with new character models, new voiceovers and everything. So it's like it seems like it's more of a remake than a remaster, but they're calling it a remaster. So I don't really know what this is. It's weird.
It's gonna be poo-poo is what it is.
I mean, okay. The game does not look great, but it's you can still look at it and you can get into the thing. I know Capcom are doing a lot of remakes and remasters and all that crap, but it's just like you go have so many IPs and you're going with that one.
It is kind of weird. Dead Rising has had like a weird life. Like it was never really a big IP, I feel like, and they
Yeah.
got progressively, I don't want to say progressively worse, but people cared progressively less. They cared less and less as the franchise went on. I'm really surprised it made it to 4. And then it died, and now they're trying to bring it back.
Dead
Why?
Rising.
Nah, the prophecy fulfilled. Yeah, I don't know. It looks better than the original, I think, but it's kind of like the Batman Arkham remake or remaster, whatever the fuck that came out a while ago, where it almost doesn't look better. It just looks different. You know what I mean? It's like you can see like that's the in-game character model for Frank, and it looks like it's more detailed. So technically, yes, it looks better, but it also looks just really different. Like why the need to redesign him after all this time? It seems
To
so
have
random.
stubble.
Yeah, we need the beard.
Yeah.
You know, when people say something, they're like, it looks different. That's their way of saying that it doesn't look good without wanting to hurt its feelings.
Well, wow.
It's true.
I don't think so. Like I do appreciate the fact that it does look better, but I don't know. I feel like they could have done it in a way where it still looked kind of the same, or at least close enough that you can be like, okay, well, this is definitely the same character, but it just looks better. But there's clearly a redesign there. Like people have been talking about the fact that he looks like twice his age. Like Frank in the original looked a lot younger than he does here. So it's just weird. It's like why age him up and make him look different? Just I don't understand. I don't get the thought process there. And it makes me wonder what they're going to do with the other characters. It's just going to be weird. I'm more curious than anything. I just want to play it to see what they did with all the character models. See how much they fucked it up. And it gives me another reason to play Dead Rising. I really like those games. So part of me is happy to see it still existing in the world, but also I don't want them to run it into the ground for the second time. So I don't know. I'm conflicted.
They better call it Dead Re-Rising. Also, you have another reason to play that game.
Why is that?
Mega Man.
Mega Man. Yeah, now what
So
do I do?
do?
Do I fucking
The
restart
old new old adventures of old new Mega Man.
Deluxe
Remaster.
edition, remaster, remake?
The remade adventures of new old Mega Man.
5.
Oh god.
The confusing adventures of some guy who looks like old Mega Man, but slightly better.
Yeah, they better have all the costumes and everything. You better be able to wear the Mega Man outfit, or I'm going to be pissed.
Just add Okami to the end of the title somewhere. It's like it'll be fine.
Stellar Braid.
Stellar braid.
Stellar
That is a pretty
Blade.
stellar looking braid.
Stellar Blade is doing great. Great, like
Great.
Frosted Flakes. Developer Shift Up has announced the game has sold 1 million units. Not a bad start considering this is a new IP and having only been released about 2 months ago. It's doing pretty well. Shift Up has previously mentioned they're also looking at a possible PC release, more DLC, and a sequel. A photo mode will be added in August, more costumes added in October, and a quote big collaboration is coming at the end of the year.
I wonder why they want photo nude.
Gotta take pictures of that booty. But no, I'm glad to see it doing really well. It's a good game. I need to go back to it. Now Jazz is gonna love this one.
I swear to God.
Dead by
Jeez.
Daylight won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Dead by Daylight is now crossing over with Tomb Raider, adding Lara Croft to the roster.
Shot myself.
She will be playable on July 16th. Are you excited, Jazz? Can you not wait? Isn't this what you've been dreaming of?
I mean, what's fucking next? Stray, the cat from fucking Cat Game?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I feel like they've hit the peak
Death
of
by
weird when they
pussy.
did Nicolas Cage. Like, I mean, anything is possible.
I
at
mean,
this
Lara
point.
running away from Nicolas Cage is pretty funny to me.
See, they fucked up. They should have made Nicolas Cage a killer, and it would have been fantastic.
I thought they did.
Nah, he's a survivor.
Oh, that makes it even worse. I thought he was a killer. I kept wondering,
Nah.
what's his weapon? Bees?
It would have been so cool if he was a killer.
Whoa.
Though, to be fair, her character model looks really good. So that's hey, I'm trying to look at the bright side here, right?
No, don't even give it a bright side.
Uh,
Yeah, just a fucking like. No.
Resident Evil Trilogy is finally happening, sort of. This is potentially both good and bad news. The good news is that GOG has partnered with Capcom to bring Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3 remastered to PC with no DRM. Each game will cost $9.99 each, or you can get the 3-game bundle for $24.99. Not a bad deal. Outside of the initial PC release in the 90s, this is the first time the games have been available on PC. So it's kind of a big deal. The bad news is this is digital only, and it's PC only. And the fact that Capcom gave the go-ahead for GOG to develop and distribute these games in this way means it's highly unlikely that Capcom has any plans to release it on console anytime soon. Because if they were going to do that, if they were going to do a multi-platform release, they wouldn't give it to GOG to put it on PC. That doesn't make sense.
Sorry, what's DRM?
What does it stand for? It's basically where it has to connect to the internet to authenticate, so you can't play it offline.
Right.
Yeah, or if everything that you play on Steam, there you go. Lee said digital read media. So anytime you need like a client to run a game, that's also kind of a form of DRM. Like everything that you play on Steam, you have to have Steam to play them. So like if Steam shuts down, everything that you bought off of Steam,
Got it.
gone. But with GOG, if GOG goes out of business, everything that you bought through them, you get to keep and play. So it's
What's
good. So if
GOG?
anybody,
What's GOG?
good old games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the CD Projekt Red actually owns them. But yeah, so it's good. Like if they're going to do a digital release, this is probably the best way for them to do that. But like I said, I wish that Capcom would have just handled it themselves and did a multi-platform release on console as well. So I feel like this kind of kills the dream of seeing a Resident Evil Trilogy remake on consoles. So that makes me sad. But it's nice that you can play Resident Evil on PC again. So it's a double-edged sword.
Cinema.
Yeah. But I wanted a trilogy on PlayStation with a physical release and trophies. This is not what I wanted. It's better than nothing, but god damn it, Capcom, what the fuck?
Check back in 5 years, maybe.
Hmm,
We might have a decent remake then.
Yeah.
we'll see. Well, by then they're going to do the remake. So
Or a remaster, we don't know.
You just imagine
remake.
like
Remastered.
Riri.
You just imagine like 30, 40 years, it's just like Resident Evil remake.
Do it. Triple double ultra remake. Extreme. VR is dying. Yay!
Yay! I
Yay.
still haven't tried it.
Yeah, don't bother.
Okay.
I like it, but it can go away. It's fine. Sony is cutting its investment in VR. Well,
Yay.
here's the thing. It's probably going to continue to exist on PC, but I think it's going to disappear on console, and that's fine. But yeah, this should be no surprise considering the poor sales of Sony's recent overpriced VR headset, which sold for fucking $300 or $550 and has almost no games for it. I mean, what did they think was going to happen? Like, oh, let me drop $550 to play nothing.
After
Great.
dropping $600 on the console.
It's insane.
Sorry, I'm not made of money.
Yeah.
Well, no.
Sony says that they are currently only working on 2 first-party VR games for PSVR 2 right now. And after that, probably 0.
Oh, Resident Evil 0 VR, that'd be fun.
Oh no. Ubisoft has also stated that they do not plan to increase investment in VR due to the poor sales of Assassin's Creed Nexus VR. Again, Assassin's Creed, stop. Stop it. We're good. We don't need more.
So back on Assassin's Creed, because I went to get it, but I was really slow. The only Assassin's Creed I've played from like start to finish is coincidentally the only one I have on physical. It's Odyssey.
Yeah,
Wait, I thought you
And
had
I really enjoyed it.
I thought you had the other one, the Viking one.
I did
Valhalla.
too, but apparently I only have it on digital because I wanted it on physical, and I think my sister was going to buy it for me for Christmas when I asked for it, but she said she couldn't get a copy or something, and so I got it digital because it was cheaper.
She was like, I like VR. We'll play it on PC. And I mean, to be clear,
You don't have a console, Shayla.
to be fair, I like VR too. It's way too expensive.
Yeah.
There's not enough games to play. It's not worth it.
PC VR has so many more options and it's more affordable.
Yeah, and they've been trying to make VR work for
Garbage,
like I don't even know too long, and there's not an audience for it. There's not a library for it. They tried, it didn't work. And again, like VR's been trying to become a thing since the 90s. So like it kind of comes in waves. So like this wave will die, and then again in like 5 or 10 years when we have better technology, it'll come back, and then maybe at that point it'll stick around and it'll be good. Who knows? I mean, they're starting to make those glasses that are kind of like a interface where you just put like they look like sunglasses, and you can like go on your PC and do all this kind of crazy shit, play games on it. So like once that technology kind of grows a little bit more, maybe VR will be a little bit more like manageable. Because that's the other thing, like to play VR, you've got to have this big bulky headset, all these wires all over the place. It's very inconvenient. So like if you can put that technology into like eyeglasses or like sunglass frames, and it's affordable and the technology is better, then yeah, maybe it'll work. But that's not how it is today. So nah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Scott says the PS5 itself has no games. I hear this a lot. A lot of people say that like the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 5 have like no games. I feel like that's not true.
Doesn't have a lot of good games.
I think that's the conversation. Like people just say in general, oh, there's no games for it. There's like a billion games for it, but there's not that many games that are like genre defining or industry defining. You know what I mean? There's like the Sonics, like I was talking about before, the Sonics, the Marios, you know, the impactful games that we remember and like come in and like turn into new IPs and stuff like that. We don't have games like that anymore. No.
Yeah.
And to that I agree. We don't have meaningful games anymore. But the library on PlayStation 4 is pretty good.
Horizon
There's a lot of good stuff on there. It's just nothing we're going to remember in 10
Cat
years.
game.
sucks.
Uh,
We were just talking earlier about how that game
Death
was
Stranding.
rated.
Death Stranding, get out of here. Get
You
the
already
hell
shut
out
me
of
out.
Get out of here again. All right. So now we're going to talk about a couple things in the Nintendo Direct that happened this month. Again, we're not going to go over everything. Jazz is going to kind of go over it a little bit more in depth than I am, but there's a couple things that I want to talk about first. Start with this one. So Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection got announced. This new collection will offer several rare games that were previously difficult to come by and typically fetch a high price. So it's going to make these games accessible to a lot of people, which is nice. The collection includes X-Men Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So typically these games, if you were to buy the original releases of these games, they range between $60 a piece upwards to like $200. So this is going to be a really good alternative for people to be able to play these games without having to drop a stupid amount of money. All games are also going to offer offline and online functionality, which is nice. The collection also includes a side-scrolling beat-em-up Punisher game, which I don't think has ever received a console version. So that's kind of cool. And that was the first collaboration that Capcom did with Marvel. So it's kind of a cool little celebratory bonus that they put in there. And plus, look, Jill, she's right
I know.
there.
I just looked and I was like, why is she there? She's not Marvel.
She's Capcom.
Literally just had a stupid moment.
She's like one of the best characters in the game.
I
too.
know,
It's
and
great.
I know she's in the game too. That's the dumb part. I don't know. I need more caffeine and less stupid.
Less stupid.
Yeah, Jill.
Well,
Isn't Wesker in those games too?
he's in one of them. He's in
Free?
3, I think. Yeah.
I'm a member of Stars.
I'm a member. And then I want to point out that I'm getting real tired of this like easy mode shit that they're putting in fighting games. This is another fighting game that's going to have one button special moves.
One
Why?
button. Oh, I missed.
Fighting games are about technique, talent, like
Button
learning and growing and becoming better. Like it shouldn't cater to people that don't want to sit down, spend time and learn how to play it. Why? Stop it. Stop putting these easy combo modes for noobs. It's not necessary. People need to get a spine. All right. Anywho, I know you disagree, Jazz. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection will launch before the end of the year on PS4 with a PS5 upgrade compatibility. It'll be on Switch and PC. No Xbox version, which is weird. So nothing for Lee. Lee can't play it.
Lee has a PS5 now.
But he buys
And he has a
more
Switch.
stuff on Xbox.
Oh well, maybe he should.
Maybe he should.
He can play it.
Yeah, I guess that's true. The collection will retail for $49.99, and it's getting a physical release. How about that? It's a miracle.
I want to add on to your thing too. I don't, unless you said it, and I was too stupid about thinking about Jill not being in it. In the Nintendo Direct video, they showed that in the collection, you'll be able to view the character art concepts in a menu option, and you can browse music from the original soundtracks of the games.
Yeah, every time they do one of these collections, that's always in there. So I didn't even feel it worth mentioning. So
Just chuck them in the air.
45
I'm just
minutes of
saying,
my
like,
life
every
gone down the toilet.
Every time they do these, like they always have a gallery of
Well,
some kind.
It's
So.
the first time I watched them, and
Yeah,
I've never played Marvel vs. Capcom, Sean,
yeah.
because I'm a noob who likes to have the combos
It
on the
doesn't
screen.
have anything to do with Marvel versus Capcom. Like every time there's a collection of any kind, they always have like a gallery.
Oh,
And
well,
they typically do like the quality of life features.
I've never
I don't
had a
think it's going to
connection.
apply to this because it's a fighting game, but usually when they do a collection, they'll have like, you know, uh, save states and fast forward modes and all these like cookie cutter features. So like
I like cookies.
I feel like it's not even really worth talking about at this point because it's just like part of the process. But yeah, artwork.
I didn't know that because I don't get collections.
Well, maybe you should. Nah, maybe you shouldn't.
No, you just
The
called me a
collections are
noob, and you
the
said
collections are getting out of control.
You called me noob and said I was dumb for using noob combos.
A new Mario RPG game has been announced. Are you ready for this? The new title is called Mario and Luigi Brothership.
Brothership.
Possibly the dumbest name ever.
No, you have to say brothership
Woohoo!
because they are plumbers from Italy. Woohoo!
I hate the name, but the game looks cool. I thought if you like Mario games, it does. If you don't, then no.
Oh, my.
So, the Switch exclusive uses or wait, what? Notes. Notes are difficult.
Read much?
No, it's more about typing.
Oh,
Well, Jazz put
It's
the
the
notes
typing.
behind her, so you can't read
But the
those.
game uses a shell. Oh my god, I can't talk. Cell shaded graphics engine, which I think is a really good thing to use for something like Mario. I always thought it was kind of weird. Like back in the day, they did that Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and they did the cell shaded graphics, and everybody got pissed off. And they never used that engine for Mario. Like I feel like Mario would be like the perfect game to use that like cell shaded graphics engine for, and they didn't. They never did it.
didn't they do that for Mario 64?
No, it wasn't cell shaded.
Oh, I don't.
When Mario 64 came out, cell shading didn't even exist.
Oh,
Yeah. But yeah, so they're finally doing it. They're finally taking that technology that they used for Zelda and over a decade later, they're finally using it for Mario. And you can see it. That's the in-game character model of Mario, and it
Mario.
works really well. It makes a lot of sense, and it looks really good.
I know why they've done it.
What?
I said I know why they've done it. It's so they can add this Mario version into the next Smash Bros. Instead of Waluigi. So any excuse not to have Waluigi at this point. It's
Wow.
Just yeah.
It's a conspiracy.
They have Toon Link, so let's have Toon Mario.
Yeah, I mean, they could. There you go.
two bros, one boat.
Wow, check, wow,
On a boat, it's a ship.
But the gameplay looks kind of cool. It's like a hybrid turn-based, but also it has like interactive elements as well. Like during the trailer, like when the enemy's attacking, like throwing fireballs or something, you'll have an opportunity to like jump or counterattack or use weapons to like parry things and stuff like that, which is really cool because I feel like turn-based games kind of died off because they were too slow and boring for the modern audience. And I feel like this is kind of an interesting way to kind of bring that back. You know, you're bringing back the idea of turn-based, but you're also implementing elements to make it more engaging. So you're not just like waiting around for the enemy to attack you and it's, you know, really slow. So I feel like this is a good way to kind of merge the two different gameplay styles to make it more appealing. And it looks like it's kind of a cool idea. And I really liked Mario RPG. So if this is kind of like a spiritual successor or like a spiritual sequel, I'm definitely interested in that. So I'm curious to see if it's any good. But it's going to launch on November 7th for $59.99 on Switch.
Ew, no, raisin cookies are gross.
What? Raisin cookies? Oh, what the fuck?
I thought racist cookies.
What?
Those are gross too.
And the last one I'm going to talk about before I hand it over to Jazz is a new Mario Party.
Another one.
Another one. I mean, there's not much to talk about. It's fucking Mario Party. we all know what this is going to be. But Super Mario Party Jamboree mixes elements from previous Mario Party games together. It looks like they kind of have the old school traditional, like everybody's kind of walking around on their feet, but they also took, I think it was Mario Party 10, where you're like on a vehicle, and they kind of merged those two together. So it's like there's parts in the game where you're walking on the board traditionally, and then you can also like get in a vehicle, and it'll give you the opportunity to like roll more dice and travel further. So it kind of does both.
Roll dice.
So
Kidding.
for better or worse, I mean, I think it's kind of interesting to try to do something new, but still kind of keep it old school. A lot of people hated the whole vehicle idea that they did
Yeah.
in was it 10? No, it was
I think
9
it
or
was
10. I can't
9.
remember. Yeah. But at least this way, it's more of like a power up. You know, it plays traditionally, but you can also kind of use what they did in 9 as like a buff. So I'm curious to see how that works out.
What's
In
wrong
addition,
with Mario's fucking overalls in this
He's
picture?
they're made of jeans.
it's mesh. He's naked.
Also, why is Yoshi dead?
Have you played Mario Party?
Long
You
time
know
ago.
what? You know why he's dead.
Long time ago. I've been waiting since Christmas to play it again.
We can play it after the
Oh wow,
Wardcast.
Lee said they did that in Mario Party 9 and 10. I didn't know that. I thought they only did it once because people hated it.
Called it.
But yeah, Jamboree will offer 5 new maps, and they're going to be bringing back 2 older maps, including Mario's Rainbow Castle from Mario Party 1 and Western Land from Mario Party 2. There will be more than 110 mini games and a new free-for-all mini game mode for up to 20 players. So it sounds like they're doing kind of like the massively multiplayer kind of competitive thing that they've kind of been doing with like their legacy titles, like they did. What was it, Mario 99 or Tetris 99? They had different like competitive versions of that. So it seems like this is kind of like doing that in a way where like a bunch of people can play the mini game simultaneously. So that should be interesting.
Does
Oh,
it have, did it list which characters are going to be in it?
there was a screenshot that kind of showed all the characters, but I didn't want to spend the time to go through it and write down the names of all the characters. But there's a lot. It looked like there was maybe like 15 or 20 different characters. Are you looking for a particular one? I'm pretty sure Boo was there.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong's always
Dick.
there.
Donkey Dick.
Big Dick Donkey Kong.
And there's one more I forgot. They also mentioned Metroid. Yay! Metroid
Yay!
Prime 4.
Primed.
It has been announced again. Originally announced in 2017, nothing actually came of it. No trailer, no footage, no date. They just said, hey, look, we're working on it. Yay. Now, 7 years later, they announced it again, but this time with a trailer, including gameplay and a 2025 release window for Switch. So now it is official. It exists. It's coming out. There you go. At this point, I don't know. I'm kind of over it. Like, I really like the Prime games, but it's just been so long. And I saw this trailer and it looked okay, but like visually, it doesn't seem to really be doing anything spectacular. And I feel like it kind of needed to, because like when the first Prime game came out, it was like a visual masterpiece, you know, like it was doing like all these interesting, like you had like fog and water on her visor and stuff like that. Like it looked really impressive. So it was
Yeah.
really pushing the boundaries of graphical technologies at the time. So for us to have to wait all this time to get 4, I feel like this really needed to come out the gate kind of doing the same thing, like really making an impact. And it really just kind of feels like more of what we already have. And it just, to me, that's just not enough to get me interested. So I don't know. Like, it's when it comes out, like I'll probably have a little bit more excitement for it. I'll probably get it and play it, but I feel like it's just kind of a missed opportunity. and it also has the potential to kind of kill the franchise, not the Metroid franchise, but like the Prime franchise, because if this isn't a home run, like there's not going to be a demand for a 5. So, which is kind of sad.
I still remember when I was younger.
Yeah.
I think I have Superstars. I still remember when I was younger and I first like rented Metroid Prime. Like I only played a little bit of it, which is why I'm excited to play the one like when I got it. I was so captivated by the fact that you could see the reflection of her eyes in the visor, and that's when I found out that Samus was a girl.
Wow.
I was like, because other than that, like I'd only had the experience of watching my friend at the cottage play his Super Metroid, and like all I'd seen was just watching him because he was just so like he was playing it. So I never actually got to like experience the game or the story or anything like that. Like I was too young, or I just didn't have enough of the game. So like when I saw her eyes, I was like, "That's a girl." It was pretty funny. And then
Yeah.
Zero Suit Samus, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's a giveaway too."
Yep.
So I was like, "Yeah, that reflection." So when I'm gonna play it on the Switch, I'm gonna be so happy to be like, "Oh my god, this brings me back." Yeah, there's the eyes and the.
Is that kind of the only pull for you? Is just like kind of nostalgia?
Well, the game was really cool. Like I played a little bit and I remember really liking it, but like it's gonna yeah, like I can't wait to see like what I remember seeing at that time.
See, and that's what I'm saying though. It's like that's kind of the only thing that this has going for it is like nostalgia, because we all had that like initial Prime moment in our mind when we first played it. We're like, holy shit, X, Y, and Z is so cool, and like we want that again. Where this should have been more than that. That's my disappointment.
Zero Suit is such a misleading name. She has one suit instead of two suits. Waiting for actual Zero Suit.
And then
All right,
she's got
Jess.
a birthday suit underneath.
Birthday suit Samus.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, a couple of other things. Because I don't usually have the time or am around or know to watch these things. So I took note of a couple of mentions from the Nintendo Direct. One of them, for anybody who's interested, is that they are making a remake of Dragon Quest III. So they're making Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake. And to go along with that, they're making Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake so that they have the whole trilogy. I haven't personally played those games, so I don't know if this interests you guys. I don't have too much information. It's just the mentions. Another one here is Luigi's Mansion 2 is getting an HD. And I don't know if it's going to have...
Wow.
That's true.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. There's a new game coming out called Hello Kitty Island, and it's basically Animal Crossing, and it looks like even I'm pretty sure some of the characters that they showed in that trailer were characters from Animal Crossing. So they could have just made Hello Kitty a fucking character in Animal Crossing, but nope. It's called Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
I just realized this image is for all of the things you're talking about.
Nope. This image is only for Zelda. And let's talk about Zelda. You would think that I look at his face. I told you, Zelda, I'm gonna shit on this game.
Oh wow.
You can put the image up if you want, but I'll go over the other stuff because I'm afraid I'm gonna talk about Zelda longer. I'm gonna quickly talk about the Nintendo Plus expansion pack. They added a couple things. These were added, I believe, the day of the Nintendo Direct. They added a link to the past 4 swords, Metroid Zero Mission, Turok Dinosaur Hunter, and what I thought was pretty ironic is they added Perfect Dark with online multiplayer. And we had, just before this Nintendo Direct on the podcast, we had talked about Perfect Dark. And I had mentioned how I had never played it. And now with Nintendo Plus, I can. So I was like, hey, yeah, I
That
can
one's-
play.
That one's
Perfect
rough
Dark.
to go back to. I
That's
don't think you're
fine.
gonna like it.
That's fine, but now I can officially say that I've played it and stop saying I haven't.
I don't remember. Did you say you played 007?
Oh yeah.
You did play that?
Well, I think I have 2 copies of GoldenEye on 64.
But
because
did you
one was
play
my
it
own.
like when it came out, like in that generation?
I played GoldenEye.
Okay. Okay, then you're good. You can appreciate it for
And
what
I
it is.
I
Like,
think if
my-
you
Because,
play
like-
with friends, you'll like it more.
Because
Well,
like anybody who didn't play either of those games, 007 or Perfect Dark, like when they came out, you can't play it today and appreciate it because it's shit.
Oh, I'm not gonna appreciate it because I didn't like GoldenEye. Howie,
Hmm.
my good friend Howie, and when we were roommates, he played Perfect Dark a lot. Like, I think I still have an old video that I recorded with my shitty digital camera on off the TV, and he had glitched it or something that he was on. I think he was on the president's plane, and one of the Secret Service guys was just like crouching on and off or something, or maybe it was the president. It was like a glitch, and I still have that video on my old YouTube. I should look it up, but all I remember from Perfect Dark is when he was playing it, and I was downstairs, or he was downstairs, I was upstairs. One way or another, I was just hearing this one sound from a specific gun he has going, "Ping!" And it was like I was hearing that sound over and over again. So Perfect Dark, that's all I remember. So to actually play the game and know what the fuck was making that noise is my goal. If I don't get to that, then I'll have to look it up. But that's my goal. Figure out what made that sound, hear that sound, and just get it out of my system. And also say that I've played Perfect Dark. What, love or hate, I'm going to play it. But I just find it funny that we talked about it, and then like a few days later, they're like, oh, hey. Talked about Marvel vs. Capcom. Another one, Stray is coming to Switch. Again, we talked about, I don't understand why that game is so... I get that you like it. People love cats. I don't know why they love cats so much. The game was cute. It was entertaining. I got over it really quick because I was like, okay. I don't understand what the big, huge thing about cats is to this point, but it's coming to Switch now, so little kids
Sorry,
can
what do
play
you
it and
have
get
behind
scared.
you?
Somebody else's cat that I am taking care of because they're not here. And he's very fat. He could not be in a video game. Also, Link's Shield. Proving my love for Zelda that I will soon explain how my heart is breaking. More now because of the Tomb Raider thing. There's a new game from Final Fantasy creators. It's basically Final Fantasy, and it's called Fantasian Neo Dimension. Pretty much just a copy-paste Final Fantasy. Romancing Saga 2 is getting a full remake. Have you heard of this game?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That looks like... the name sounds familiar, but I think it's probably because you've talked about it, Sean. Because I've never played it or
I
heard of it.
immediately just thought of I Love You, Colonel Sanders, so, you know.
The Lego Horizon Adventures had a trailer shown. It looks even worse than I thought. I was like, I told myself I was going to sit through the whole direct, so I watched the trailer. It looks horrible. The machines are there. Aloy's character and some of her allies are there. The scenery and locations are there, and that's it. That's the only thing that makes it Horizon. The rest is just like, you can go on an adventure with your friends and build and blah. It's not Horizon. It's shit. It's dumb. Nobody buy this.
Where is my Lego Resident Evil? God damn it.
Really? Why are you encouraging this?
Because it would be so dumb.
Where's my Lego Tomb Raider? I don't want it. All right, last but not
Leave
least.
next week.
You know what? I feel that legitimately
No.
has a chance to get
No,
Lego'd.
please.
See,
You
you
know, if
fucked
Dead by
up.
Daylight can do
No,
it, Lego.
no.
Resident Evil's never going to happen. But
Let's shit
Tomb Raider,
let's shit
Tomb Raider
on
could happen.
Zelda first. Where's Lego Zelda? This is basically Lego Zelda. The new Zelda, brought to you by Fisher Price. Because the whole trailer, all I could think of was, what the hell does this make me think of? It's Fisher Price, little people. Yeah, so Sean, everything on this picture has to do with Zelda.
Even the little people.
Even the little people.
Yeah,
because
that's what threw me off. Because like at first I thought it was Zelda, and then I saw the little people, and I'm like, oh fuck, I have to put this up because this is for like everything you're talking about.
No, but look at the
Well,
pose she's doing, and then look at the little people. Tell me it's
Yeah.
not like they even like walk around like little bloop, 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 and it's such a okay. So I don't have like a whole excessive amount of information because I have the trailer. So let me just break this down for you. It's not yeah, it is Legend of Zelda, but jeez,
I mean,
con-
the name has been a lie this whole time.
it has, but listen, they're considering this is the next title in the Zelda franchise. This is the next in the series. So, of course, we're going to take a big step back on how they look. And yeah. First of all, there is going to be a special edition of the Switch to be released of this game, just like Tears of the Kingdom. So, for collectors, there you go. It'll probably look better than the entire game. All right, breakdown. It's called Echoes of Wisdom. There's no Link. Link is missing. Link's not in this game.
Is he the one that has to be saved now?
Yeah, along with the world. Zelda is the protagonist. So I feel like they're feeding to the whole women empowerment thing.
They should have called this The Legend of Link.
Yeah.
Flip it.
Legend of Link. Zelda to the past. It's a top-down perspective. It looks very toony. They look like little dolls, which now little people, I couldn't place what it was. You have to collect echoes of objects and monsters, and you can summon the echoes to use, or the monsters to fight for you. So there's no like fighting with a sword. Yeah. So it's changed a lot. I grew up on Zelda. I love Zelda. I was really big on Ocarina of Time, so like I'm very biased. Like that's the game. But like I've seen the other ones. I could never do Toon Link. So the fact that they're going from like I put that picture there. Our images, our cameras are blocking it, but we're going from like look at Zelda in Breath of the Wild, and then look at her in Echoes of Wisdom, and then look at Link in Tears of the Kingdom, back to because that's what he looked like in the one that you mentioned to me earlier too. Not Four Swords, but not Link to the Past.
Wind Waker.
No, the one that was before Breath of the Wild. They made like a little, anyways, dipshit tune. It just seems like such a Link's Awakening. Thank you. It just seems like such a like, I don't know. To me, you're not advancing. I don't know how we can go from one to the other, and just. You'll see by the trailer, it just feels like we're trying to get little kids to play Zelda, and it's not feeding to the Zelda fans anymore. It's just trying to get like a whole new, like let's try to get a new audience to start, and the ones that are playing it now, whatever. And like I said, it also felt, at least to me, I don't know if you guys agree, it feels like a women empowerment. Like we're putting Zelda in charge now. She's the one who gets to be the hero. She's the one who gets to do all these things, but also she can't fight with a sword. She's got to have all these special little abilities. Monsters, she can just make things appear and throw them at. Anyways, let's watch the trailer. Because what I'm describing, you have to see in the trailer so you can get your own opinion, because I need to drink.
Because
we want the post-Zoomer audience. Also, we're selling edible credits. Scott, you're my hero. I want that on a t-shirt with like the Triforce in the back.
Wow. All right.
This is the video directly from Nintendo Direct. That's Link.
Okay, Link's right there.
Yeah. even walk like Fisher Price.
Stolen away. Across the vast lands of Hyrule, strange rifts have appeared and have taken many people, including Link. Now alone, Zelda meets the fairy Tri, receives a mysterious staff called the Tri-Rod, and sets off on a journey across Hyrule to save her kingdom. By waving the Tri-Rod at a table she found, Zelda learned how to create an imitation of it called an echo. Once you learn an echo of something, you can recreate it whenever you'd like. Even if there's a wall blocking your path, you can create echoes of tables to get a leg up.
I hate
Just
this.
like that. You can create
Right?
wooden boxes, old beds, and unusual things
On its
like
own,
water blocks.
okay. As a Zelda
How
game,
you use
no.
them separately or together is entirely up to you. Learn and create echoes of things you find while exploring Hyrule. You might be surprised at what you discover. Even battles will look different. You could pick up and throw a rock echo, for example. That's not all, though. You can also create echoes of monsters. After doing so, they'll fight by your side. Monsters have different abilities, so choose the one you want to create based on the situation.
In other words, Zelda can't
Wisdom
fight
is
for herself.
key
She needs
after all.
monsters to do it for her.
In a Hyrule without Link, the fate of the kingdom is now in Zelda's hands.
Why does this look like a fucking mobile game?
It does.
It's just like it. See, so
You know, last time they tried to do this shit, we got those shitty 3DO Zelda games, Wanda Gamelon and whatever the fuck the other one was.
yeah. So and the worst part that adds, I find, as a Zelda fan, shield pillow, is insult to injury. It's getting anticipation. People are excited about this game. I know, Shayla, you're excited about this game. We've had our talk. You gave me reasons. As a if they had made it a standalone, if they had made it like a spin, not a spin-off, but like its own thing, sure. But the fact that they're saying like, yeah, the next game in the franchise, it's now Zelda's turn to save Hyrule and Link, but she can't. But she's not. She's just like, oh, I have the stick, and now here, bad guy. Oh, rock.
Yeah,
Like-
put a table down.
Oh no, there's something. Monster. Yeah, she found the table. She found. Like it's just immediately, no. And it didn't help that they
block
crammed
this
this.
fart with a tree.
They're like, oh, here's this trailer for you, Jazz. At the same time of the Lego Horizon, Jazz. I'm already in a shitty mood. You're showing me this stuff. Yeah, so no, but that had nothing to do with it. It just sucked. So that's the Zelda we're getting now, and I'm afraid for what Zelda has turned into, like as a franchise, and it makes me have even more tolerance for your hatred towards Village, as I've explained to people, Sean, because
This is my
they
bad
are villaging Zelda the way they have villaged Resident
Yeah.
Evil. Flips table. Yeah, I'm gonna get the game, summon a table, and then flip it, and then sell the game.
She can't even
Off the
flip the
game.
table. She can only summon them.
Yeah, she has to summon a monster to flip the table for her.
Yeah, she needs Link. She calls him in.
The first
He comes in,
day,
he flips it, and he jumps off screen.
the first day, she's like, "Oh, I wish Link was here." I need a man. So yeah, um, that's pretty much Zelda.
Yay.
Who
I told you I was
cares?
gonna convert you to my side no matter what. I like that when you first saw the image, you thought it's like this is everything. Nope.
There was so much going on.
I know. I needed it to be as shitty looking. I told you as soon as I send this to you, you're gonna notice how shitty this game looks. But people actually can't wait for it. Why?
It's
Just like
fine.
everybody was excited about Village and they came out and they liked it, and I'm just like, why?
Yo, I'll tell you right now, I'm not getting this game.
I nearly lied and said people were excited for Metal Gear Survive. No one was
Yeah, see,
excited for
we
it.
each have
No
our
one was excited for
No.
that.
we each have
We
our
all knew
little
immediately.
thing. I know it's okay. In is it consolidation or whatever for Sean? I still have yet to play Village, and I will not be. So, and I haven't played Metal Gear Survive. I can say that's in consolidation with Alec, although I haven't played any Metal Gears except the first one. So.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't need to play Survive.
That's all for me.
All right, that's the end of the news. You got a little game you want to talk about?
I do. Let's talk about a game that looks good for one. Let's flip it around. Let's flip the table. Well, I should have put the title higher. Here's a game that's coming out. We don't know when. It's called The Forever Winter. Potentially, so this image might have a couple of corrections along the way because it's really hard to tell when you're looking for pictures. This is a third-person shooter, PvE, VE, sci-fi, co-op, survival horror game. Yeah, has a lot of style things. Developer is Fundog Studios. It has no previous games in their Steam, and I'm assuming that's the only place it comes from. Sorry, I gotta stop reading the chat while I'm trying to read this. As I said, the release date has been announced.
You're underwater.
What?
You're good now.
You're underwater.
What?
Just drown.
Yeah. Yet to be announced. The game, I believe, was first announced in February of this year. And so far, it seems to only be coming out for PC on Steam. I'm hoping it's a small developer, but I'm hoping that'll change because it looks like it could be a pretty fun game. The style of it kind of gives the vibes of Remnant, and according to Steam, it's similar to Warframe. I could see it based on the trailer, which we'll show you guys in a little bit. I won't get into too many details because the trailer is a mix of cinematic trailer and the gameplay trailer. The gameplay trailer was recently released, and it has a narration that explains parts of the game in a very cinematic way, so it's going to be really cool. We're going to look into that shortly. Basically, it is you're in an ecological collapse compounded by runaway technological advancement, which brings us in a world choked by 40 years of industrial scale violence between two military superpowers, unmerciful mass killing by AI automata. These are very big words for me. English. Human machine hybrids and the bleak truth of human nature. There's two sides of the war, and you're not on either side. You are a scavenger, known as Scav. That's not your name, but that's what they call the scavengers. You have to scavenge and fight for your next day alive under the shadow of the gargantuan war machines. So as you see in the picture, the giant war machines, that's them, and the shorter one, I'm not 100% if that's your character, but that's about the size of the character. So just to give you an idea of what you're facing off against. That might be the other faction fighting against the giant ones. The enemies in the game can literally tower over the battlefield, which is unpredictable thanks to the game's dynamic encounter system. Enemies have their own goals and agendas, operating in coordinated groups, undertaking full-scale battles, and they'll intelligently react to your actions. The battlefield that you leave won't be the same that you return to. You have to use your wits, stealth, and skilled gunplay and choose your path in the shadow of the two great superpowers to make it out alive. So at first glance, I thought, just judging by this in the position of people, I thought this was just going to be another like co-op zombie shooter. But as you'll see by the trailer, this is kind of cool because you're not, there's a war, you're in the middle, and you have to get around them to do what you have to do. And you have your own like kind of scavenger people that you have to bring stuff back to, and it'll be a little bit more explained in this trailer, and I'm really excited for it. But based on the trailer, I hope you guys are too, and let's watch and see. And I know that it's a little bit of a long trailer, it's like 4 or 5 minutes, but bear with me because it's beautiful. Sean, I can't hear you.
Hello.
Okay, now I
Okay,
hear
there
you.
we go. Sound like you said 45 minutes. It's a 45-minute trailer.
Let's watch a movie.
Let's go. All right, here we go.
War, famine, destruction, death. The year is 20XX. Welcome to the future. The Forever Winter is a 4-player sci-fi tactical survival horror shooter that takes place in a future where massive armies are skinning the bones of our once beautiful Earth. You are a scavenger, lovingly referred to as a scav. Within this combat ecosystem, you assume the role of looter and survivor. Trapped between two warring military factions of the future, each with their own objectives. Outgunned, undersupplied, and constantly under attack, you must rely on cooperation and cunning to survive even minor enemy contact. Situational awareness is key in this world. Stop, look, and listen. Trigger discipline will save your life. A target missed is a bullet wasted, and not every battle is one worth fighting. Only kill what you can loot and get away with. Every time you open fire, you are ringing the dinner bell. Make it worth it. Welcome home, deep down in the guts of the city. Refugees seek shelter here, and they choose your level because you have one of the few things that matter. Water. H2O brings traders, shops, and allied mercenaries that have your six. If you want to survive, you'll need to pick up jobs from the two warring factions. Be smart about the jobs you take. The more a faction controls a sector, the more heavy units they will deploy, and the more dangerous it becomes. The more jobs you do, the more jobs you'll get, and the longer you'll keep everyone alive. No one gets by in this world all on their own. So don't be afraid to help others when you can. Donation stations are made available where high-level vets can share gear with low-level baby scavs. You were in their shoes once too. Here you can customize your rig, an innovative modular platform that grants you advanced abilities. Pneumatic jump allows you to quickly traverse rough terrain and reach hard-to-get drops. Turrets allow you to shred, at least for a short time. And scanners allow you to scout ahead to plan your route. You want guns? You've got them. Modify and upgrade your firearms for the jobs you take. Always remember, the more gear and ammo you bring in, the less you can carry out. So spec accordingly. Once you're kitted up, it's time to enter the macro city of Lost Angels. Megastructures meant to house millions lie vacant, while automated underground factories churn out war machines by the minute. As the war rages and destroys the world by day, AI-driven machines nicknamed the Night Shift rebuild by night. Recovery units stalk the streets, dragging the wounded and the dead to be harvested for their organs. Learn your surroundings, avoid patrols, and maybe you can make it out alive. Every job has rewards and consequences. The details matter. Make sure to dig into the intel thoroughly before heading out. Missions may include sabotaging faction facilities, collecting debts, and good old-fashioned MDKs. No matter how easy you think the job is, don't get complacent. Things can change at the drop of a casing. If by some chance you find something of real value, you will be hunted, and the factions will send bosses that far exceed your fire team's capabilities. Take note of their weaknesses and plan your strategy to take them down. Even fully geared, it will require coordination, teamwork, and a bit of luck. There are only 3 types of scavs: the fast, the smart, and the dead. So don't be ashamed to retreat if the fighting gets too hot. Remember, there are no heroes here. Just a few men and women running around in the dark with half-empty magazines. Forever.
Oh yeah, you can already wishlist it on Steam, which I did because I'm really interested in this. Can't hear you, Sean.
God damn it. It looks cool.
Right?
Yeah,
Like-
just why does everything have to be PC only? Stop
I
it.
know. That's I find that's its downside.
Alec.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
we
true.
do it all the time.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I hope it has a really good like story too. I like the idea that because it has online stuff, like you can donate some stuff to like lower levels. I like how they call them little baby scavs. You were in their shoes once.
Little babies.
But see what I mean by like the narration is very cinematic. Like
Mhm.
it's not just like, oh, we did this to the game and we did it. Like it's very like, put yourself in these shoes. This is you, not just a character. And I like the fact that like you're not just escaping like these giant monsters, but also like dudes with guns. So don't just go crazy and shoot everything. What is the name of that game that I'm thinking?
Outriders.
Outriders. Yeah, it makes me think a lot of Outriders too,
Yeah.
except without all the superpowers. Get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Goodwill survived the apocalypse. Come get your crap. Scott's just on fire today.
All right. We got Gems.
Yeah.
Gems. Who
Okay.
we
It's game time.
Jazz, do you have games?
I have one yam.
Okay, let's do.
Who said that shit? I'm gonna be so mad if no fucker tells me.
What?
that's not the right one.
You're doing well today, Sean.
Listen.
He did a lot.
I've been doing
today.
a lot. Where is that image?
All right.
What do I do with it?
Who sent it to you like an hour ago?
What's this one?
So who said that shit is where the AI Patrick reads quotes, and you guys have to tell me what video game the quote comes from.
You and your AI, Patrick.
Oh, that's why.
You need more friends, Alec. Real people. With real voices.
They were not busy.
We
to
just
that
saw what
people.
happens when robots give power.
Yeah, so this is why. Look, you were interested in that game, so I'm making your fantasies become truer, quicker. Yeah, shut up. Anyway, so
What?
who said that shit? Alright, quote 1. Just have to listen to the quote and you tell me what game it comes from.
Quote 1, this takes reality TV to a whole new level. We'll take 20 recently paroled guys, equip them with grenade launchers and flamethrowers, and let them hunt each other down.
No idea.
It sounds familiar.
minute or what?
Lee says Grand Theft Auto 3. I was gonna say Saints Row because it sounds like one of those games. If it's any GTA games, then I don't fucking know. Mad TV. Is it
Any more guesses?
America? The answer is America.
America.
It's not America, it's America.
Oh, sorry. That's what we say here. Sorry. Oh, wow. Okay, that's super specific. I'm going to have to go with what Lee said.
Wow.
America.
Specifically this.
Sean, you gonna go with that as well? Or?
I mean, it's too
In the event-
specific.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sticking with Merca.
I do generally like this thing. It's like whenever I come up with games, if they can't come up with the answer themselves, they wait for Lee to make a comment and then they go
We've
for it.
never played.
95% of the time.
It's only stuff Lee knows.
Right, it is a Liberty City Survivor commercial for Ammunition, GTA 3. Alright, next one.
Quote 2, the main security gates can only be opened by direct order of high-ranking executives, General Drypick, Vice President Aslick, and Director Flegg. If you have any further questions, please feel free to pull the lever to your right.
What? I
General
don't
Aslick.
believe I've ever heard that before, so I got nothing.
It's got General Aslick.
Yeah.
That also sounds like Merca.
America.
Merca. The worst game ever. No.
Wow.
I couldn't get a quote for Zelda, that Wisdom of Echoes yet.
Legend of Zelda Merca.
Although I probably could get a quote of, you could make a table and another table.
A Legend of Zelda. Hiya! Hiya!
Oh,
Hoa! Blah.
Any more guesses?
I got nothing.
I'm just gonna go off the random guess and say Oddworld.
Yeah, off the top of my head.
Off the top of my head.
And you'll be right. it is
Specifically Abe's Exodus.
Yes, it is one of the commercials for the news intros. So.
I've never played that one.
Me neither.
Next one.
Quote 3, I don't care what your name is. Once this job's finished, I'm out of here.
I feel like that could be so many different games.
Yeah, that sounds right. Kane and Lynch.
I think it's Batman.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Batman doesn't care what Robin's name is.
It's a WWE game. It doesn't matter what your name is.
It's Police
It
Simulator.
is actually Final Fantasy VII
Darren.
Cloud.
I think it'd be funny if it was Police Simulator.
Right at the start of the game.
Well, shit.
Cloud's a pig.
Yeah. Next one.
Yeah, you were wrong, Lee. Way to go.
How dare you be wrong once?
Quote 4, well done. Here come the test results. You are a horrible person. That's what it says. A horrible person. We weren't even testing for that.
The hell?
Sounds like something that would be in Portal.
Does the portal...
I don't think it is that, though. but it gives me Portal 2 vibes. So I'm going to say Portal 2, even though it's not that.
I could see it. I'm gonna say
You gotta
Portal
wait
1.
for you gotta wait for Lee's answer.
Never played that if that's what it is.
Alright. Oh, Scott, you should have stuck with your initiative. It is Portal 2.
Oh, shit! Look at me.
Alright, last quote.
Quote 5, when I joined the Corps, we didn't have any fancy schmancy tanks. We had sticks. 2 sticks and a rock for the whole platoon. And we had to share the rock.
Core. Is that Halo? That sounds like something Johnson would say.
It does.
I don't know why, but I could hear him say that.
I'm going to go with America.
Yeah.
1 or 2.
Ah, fuck.
I'm
3.
gonna say Halo.
Scott, Lee, anyone else? Trailer?
Sheila died.
Huh?
The leaf is right.
Is that a vegan price version of The Price is Right? The leaf is right.
Which one of you is a tree? Oh my god.
Okay. The answer is indeed Halo 2, and it is Sergeant Johnson.
Oh, look
Yes!
at you.
It sounds like something he would say, and I feel like
It
he would have said that, and I would have laughed. I joined the Corps.
Alright, that was...
Johnson. So
who
funny.
said that shit? Well done. You kind of got some of it, so yeah.
Wow.
I think Halo 2 is probably the game I've played the most.
Alright, Jazz's game.
Turn the jazz back up, motherfucker.
I love that I kept the door in there like. All right, Nems is the rules. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go right in it. 1 second. Here we go. Oh, here we go.
The Walking Dead.
Alex says The Walking Dead.
I'm going to say... Fuck. I'm going to
Which
say...
one? 1 or 2?
The Last of Us Part 2.
Remaster 1 or 2?
Lee says also The Walking Dead.
Why don't you guys just fuck off the road? Just crash and die or whatever. I have to move this PC.
All right. I think we're gonna move on to. Scott also says fuck. We're gonna move on to 5 seconds. Here we go. One or 2.
3.
They didn't make a third one.
Oh, fuck.
Well, they did, but it was mobile, so it doesn't count. Not of this game, of just like the. Unless is the answer. Ooh. Something with
I
the
feel
guitar.
like that's something that I know.
Something with the guitar. Guitar Hero?
Can you play it again?
Code Veronica.
Where the fuck is a guitar in fucking Code Veronica?
Well, Chris has a guitar at his desk in the STARS office, so maybe he brought it with him to the island when he went to get Claire. You don't know. We don't know what he was doing while he was
It's
climbing
funny
that
because
mountain.
it does sound like Resident Evil. But that's not it.
It's giving Resident Evil.
I'm sticking with Walking Dead. It might be Last of Us, but
Sticking with The Walking Dead. Sean,
yeah.
sticking with fuck.
I guess I'm gonna stay with Last of Us, but I don't think that's it.
Okay. Lee, are you sticking with something with a guitar? What?
Oh shit!
It's only the best one. It's only the best. I need to play that again.
It is very Resident Evil save room.
How?
All right, we're gonna go to 10 seconds.
I know what that is. What the fuck?
Oh, it's what the fuck now, is it? Not just fuck.
What the fuck? It also sounds a lot like the intro to a Metallica song. Then you hear like. I don't know why. It's just.
Who's Shan?
Shan Clack.
Over here.
He's that guy over there from the WAD.
I guess I'm sticking with the same shit. I know that's not it though.
What was it again?
Last of Us 2.
2.
2.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Walking Dead.
And I know I said it sounds like the intro to a Metallica song, but just FYI, I am never going to put a song on here and be like, it's from Rock Band. I'm not gonna do that to you guys because that's a bullshit. And also
That's
demonetization.
something I would do.
That's something Alec would do. Also, it's a demonetization, but I'd never just put a song and be like, it was in Rock Band.
Yeah.
Shan, but with a Boston accent. Okay. 15 seconds. Meh.
Two.
Bless you. This game with the horses. Fucking deer.
This is wrong, but I'm gonna say Parasite Eve 2.
Alec, you sticking to yours?
Yeah,
What was it again?
Walking Dead.
Okay. Such good memory. Lee, it's a game that has a song that uses a guitar. Okay, so he's updated his answer.
That's a piano note there.
All right. It appears we've lost Carmen and Shayla.
They died.
It's okay. They would have gotten it wrong anyways.
It's true.
Well, all right. So we got the final answers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give a shot to Scott.
You mean Sean?
No, I meant Scott. A shot to Scone. And yeah.
Scone or scone or skewered?
It's because I said shot and then, yeah. So we'll give a shot to Scott to get a final answer in. I'll play it one more time just
Scott
to
shot.
give you guys final answers in. Also, that's my answer. that's his answer. It
Scott,
does
you
look
weren't
like someone
supposed to-
sniping you.
He didn't know about the sniper thing. You weren't supposed to point it out.
Just shooting through Leon to get to you.
There you go.
Oh, now it's a laser.
It's a freaking laser beam.
All right, so we got Walking Dead
lightsaber.
from Alec. We got that.
He said Last of Us and so on.
No, he changed. He's
Parasite
changed
Eve 2.
Parasite Eve 2. And then we got Sean being sniped, and a game that has a song that uses a guitar.
All good guesses.
Yeah, which I'm not accepting as an answer, Lee. Although technically he's not wrong because it does. So I can give him half a point. All right, so Sean, it's a shame that you didn't stick to Last of Us 2.
No.
Because you would have been wrong anyways.
Oh, okay.
So now, unfortunately, nobody got it right.
So what was it?
Oh, wow. Okay.
It was this one, which we've been talking about a lot, but I've had this ready for so long that I found it funny we kept talking about this game. And yeah, the song is called Civilization Falls. It is a really pretty song in a very pretty game, and I find it funny that a lot of you mentioned zombie games because it's a very zombie sounding, like zombie atmosphere sounding song. So it's good that it gives you vibes of Resident Evil, Last of Us, Walking Dead, because this is a good zombie game. So I've heard of this game, and that's all I've heard of it. It's a really good game. It's a really good game. I actually have this, and I've been meaning to go back to it, but
Yeah, I need to
Can
play
you
the
beat up a
second one.
zombie with a guitar?
I'm sure there's somebody with a guitar in this, so
There you go.
I will add
Give Lee
half
another
a point.
point.
Yeah, so Lee now has 10.5 points on my roster. Yep. There you go.
Oh dear.
And that was wait. That was
Turn the jazz back up, motherfucker.
Marvin.
Yeah. All right, Alec.
Let's quickly read your comments and then because we've been trying to do read your comments for the last fucking 3
Yeah, and we're not
weeks.
bad considering on time. We're not bad.
All right, read your comments. Video source, Duel, episode 13. Comment 1. John Bust, Toss, 9, 5, whatever. I've been coming back to these since I was in 5th grade and the GameCube version was the only way to play. Question 1. Was the GameCube truly the best to play RE4 on?
I think we've answered these before.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I remember saying no, the Wii was because
The waggle.
no, the Wii was the worst. That was my first experience for Resident Evil 4.
The Wii was probably the best in terms of like just gameplay. It was really fun to play on the Wii, but it was way too easy.
On the lake monster fight was easier on the Wii.
The whole thing, because you could just instantly fucking aim and headshot everybody. It
Oh,
was
you just pull your
so
your
easy.
knife out and you're just like, it was
Fuck
wheezy
that.
with the Wiimote.
It was a lot of fun though.
It's easier with the Wiimote, Sean.
No.
Alright, did you ever play the game with the GameCube chainsaw controller? Well,
Nope. I'm sure it plays terribly. Have you seen that thing? It's a
seen it, I
monstrosity.
played with it.
How was it?
Terrible.
Terrible?
You can play with it because I'm sure Lee sent you a fucking version
Probably.
of it.
It's probably in a box. You won't open
Yeah.
it.
Alright. Would you go back and play the GameCube version today?
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
No, it's Resident Evil 4. What am I saying?
Alright. I would because
Actually, yeah.
you know,
'Cause-
yeah, go on.
no, you first. You were talking first. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, it's like, you know, even with retro consoles, I still have the older retro consoles and I go back to them and I play the game, so, you know, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, and I recently got my hands on a GameCube that actually works because mine never worked, and I have like the old games on GameCube, so I've been meaning to go back and replay like the whole series, but like not just downloaded on the PS4 or something. Like I want to play the actual, like take them off my library and play them. So unfortunately, that means going through this one.
Wow.
Alright, last comment from Vicasorosass, something, Tunisia. Come on, man, we need more. This is great. Question 4, the follow question. Will we get more RE4 Duel?
No,
How many times have I answered this? Yes.
no,
No.
No.
no, because what?
You know, the like season 1 of RE4 is Resident Evil 4, so will we get any more clips of Resident Evil 4 Duel?
Oh, I guess that is a little bit different. RE4 Duel specifically?
Mhm.
The answer is still yes, actually. Oh,
That is different. Same answer.
it's true.
Yeah, so get fucked!
Whoa!
We finally did it! Fuck you!
Wow.
This has been.
Confusing.
This has been a podcast.
Has
It has also been episode 241. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you enjoy the podcast or any of the content at The Ward, please consider helping us grow by sharing our content, liking the video, and subscribing. You can also support us through patreon.com/thewordproductions to get exclusive content. Have a great week, and we'll see you in the next episode.
All down.
Wow. No, do.
Up to
Do.
you.
Do it.
No pressure.